All right, Steve, I have your quad done. I showed this frame already back before I had it built up. Well, I had the 4-in-1 and motors on there, but here it is finished. Turned out pretty sweet. I like it a lot. I really like this micro setup. So let me grab the other mounts. Hold on a second. It comes with these other mounts, and I think that it's for a mini cam, maybe a full-size cam. I don't know, but I got these other ones. So this is the mounts that come with the frame. There's 2 of them, and they go into the side plates like this. Oh, I guess it is micro. Yeah, okay. So this makes it able to use with a micro. But if you use those stock pieces, the camera ends up sitting back here, which means the lens is about right here, which means you have side plate and top all in view of the camera, and it just makes it look like crap. I hate that crap. So I had these printed up. It's a special piece, just like the stock piece, but it's just a long tube with these little pieces on there, and that's where the camera mounts to. And it makes it to where the camera comes way out front. It's not too far out. It is sticking out a little bit past the side plates, but I don't see that being a problem. I mean, unless you were dead on into a small tree, you know. And even then, it might hit right here. I don't know. I like it better this way, though, because you don't have nothing in view of the camera, so, or in your video. So let's go through the parts. I got the T-Motor F45 4-in-1. I showed that already. Awesome 4-in-1. I love that. The pads are so big. It's just so nice. And it comes with these race wire wannabes that work great. These, if you didn't know, they're meant to be so if you crash and your prop bends down, your prop hits that instead of the motor wire. See, it's just like a nice little section taken out of the motor wires where the prop can't slice it up. So you can just swap out your prop and keep flying instead of having to either repair the wire or swap out a motor or whatever. So really nice. Really like that feature. These are actually some new props that I got. I think they're called Hurricanes. Gym Fan Hurricane. It's a 5149. Pretty sweet looking prop. They sound real nice in the air too. These motors, I showed them already. They're the T-Motor F40 Pro 3s, 2400 kV. Love these motors. If you want a reliable, powerful, smooth, quiet, long-lasting motor, get these. They cost a lot, but they're worth it. The flight controller is the Hyperlight F4 V2. Pretty good flight controller. It's got a lot of spare UARTs and works well. I got the battery plug zip tied back here, so it's kind of stuck in place right there, which makes it really nice. You can just plug in just like this, and you can just pull the battery plug to pull it out instead of having to hold both of them. You got your little Furious antenna right here. You got your Mach 3 VTX on top of here, so you do have 1,000 milliwatts. And I believe that's what I have it set on. I'll show you the settings and how you can change them and whatnot. So I also have your full-size Crossfire with the JR adapter hooked to it. So this, you said, was going to go in your TBS Tango. So I've never, ever seen a TBS Tango in person, so I've never really messed with one. I don't know how they operate, but I'm pretty sure they don't use OpenTX. So I really won't be able to help you in that area. Hopefully you know that radio well. And I do already have the receiver bound up to this. So I'm 99% sure that you should be able to just plug this into your Tango and power it up and it'll already be bound and ready to go. You might have to do a little bit of setting up in your radio, like changing it to Crossfire or whatever you got to do. I might be able to look some stuff up for you and help you out if you really need me to. But so yeah, I'm gonna plug this into my radio over here. It's already bound up. It's very easy to bind too. If you end up having to bind, I'll show you real fast. So I'm gonna power up my radio.
Welcome to OpenTX.
And then you'll see it powers this as well. And in this, if you hold down the button, it goes to the settings. And right here it says bind, so you can just scroll down to bind and click bind. And then it should just bind right up. That's the only thing you should have to do to bind it. But like I was saying, to begin with, you should not have to bind it at all. It should already be bound up. I don't know how that works with switching modules between radios. You know, like it's bound up to my radio and then you go plug it into your radio and maybe it's not still bound up, but it should be. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. So, okay, and then for the rest of the parts, you have the new Foxeer Predator V3 camera. And I do have camera control set up. And I also have smart audio set up. And Lewis Script is working on my radio. So I don't think you have Lewis Script on the Tango. I'm not sure about that. I don't think you do, but we'll see. So I'm going to plug this in. And there you can see the video is working nice and clear. Looking good. Let me arm it real quick. God, those motors sound so smooth. They're just super quiet. And then I don't remember if I showed this already, but this is from Airblade. This is for your Immortal T antenna. And this is how you're going to want to fly with it. So you can lay it flat like this. So you see you can just twist this around. But when you're flying, you're going to want it like this. Pointing up and down. Vertical. Just like that. So when you're ready to take off, you know, you can just point it up like this. And the antenna is going to bend down a little bit, but that's okay. Just let it rest just like that. And then take off. And it'll kind of straighten itself out. And that's how you want to fly. Straight up and down like that. Actually, you want to tilt it out at an angle a little bit, so that way when you're flying at an angle, it's pointing up and down. So, pretty cool. Airblade is supposed to have these up on their site today for anybody wanting one. Pretty cool idea he came up with. And then, you know, when you're done flying or whatever, you can just twist it to the side and let it rest to the side like that. Alright, so let me get this turned around and do a little test hover for you. Alright. Got some power. Nice and smooth. The battery's dead. Ugh. Alright, well, hopefully there's enough juice for me to be able to show you how to work the camera settings and whatnot. So let me just back up here. Okay, we'll plug this back in.
Telemetry recovered.
Okay, this is how you go into the camera settings. So you go throttle middle, yaw right. Okay, and see how it popped up? I was holding it down too long, so it went into the menu already, but you can just go down to where it says return and then click over to get out of that. You don't want to hold it. You want to just kind of push it fast like that. There we go. Okay, so here's all the settings. Your camera ID, picture adjust, just go down. And then you might be able to go over. Nope, you got to go over with yaw to pick it. And there you can do all your settings. Return. And then exit, yaw right. Save all, yaw right. And there you go. And then show you Lua script real quick. So hold this down. There we go. See, so you can change all your PIDs. But like I said, I don't think that the Tango has this. But it is set up and working. And so is Smart Audio right here. We got it set to 800, which is making the VTX actually be at 1,000 milliwatts. So, but yeah, you see it's on the right channel. If I change it to, let's say F7, enter, hold down to save page. See, now it changed. Now I have to go to channel 7. Oops. So Smart Audio is working. So yeah, everything's good to go. So your other two quads that you sent me back,
Telemetry lost.
I have them right here. So I wasn't 100% sure on what was wrong with the 2-inch, but it was missing the front standoffs and like a camera screw and a top screw and some other screws. And then I also rewired the camera because that wire was just so long and stuffed in there. I took out probably like 6 inches of wire that was in there. Oh, and I also set the VTX because it was set to like 25 milliwatts. And I want to do another video for you guys to show you how to work the Unified Pro 32 settings, because it has like 6 menus now instead of just 3. So it has like temperature options and crossfire or smart audio and all this stuff. So I'll do another video for that. But yeah, I have it all set up how it's supposed to be set now. Because if you get one of these VTXs and you have no idea what all this blinking shit is and the different color LEDs blinking all crazy, I mean, you're going to end up setting it wrong and it's going to be messed up and you're going to think it's broken when it's really not. So yeah, it's good to go now. It's set to 400 milliwatts. It's set to smart audio. It's set to 105 degrees for the temperature cutoff. That means if it gets up to 105 degrees, then it cuts off. It starts cutting the power down, so it doesn't fry it, which is a pretty cool feature. But as long as you have airflow going through it, you know, it shouldn't ever come to that. This one, the same thing. You had the VTX all, you know, not good. So. And on this one, what I did too was I actually removed the heat shrink because I had heat shrink on it, but then I realized it's probably going to get a little too hot inside of all here, you know, with the heat shrink on it. So I took the heat shrink off, put some foam tape down, conformal coated around it so that it would stay in place, and set it up for 400 milliwatts. And so it's all good to go. This thing's a little dirty, but I bet it flies awesome. Put some heat shrink over this too. And I fixed the broken zip tie for the antenna. So this should be good to go as well. So there's your 3 quads. I'll send them out and send over some tracking. And let me know if you have any questions. All right. Thanks, Steve and Adam.